Welcome back to the Terry Thornberry Performance Headquarters, where we have the 180SX build that's about to begin. So let's begin it, guys. We have this freshly S13 hatch that is bone stock to its max. We got the full stock suspension all the way from the front all the way to the back. Is a 1990 240SX S13. Woo! It's got no interior wiring at all, which is called the body harness. We just threw this CA18 DET in here that we just rebuilt from the bottom up. It was originally in the 240SX coupe that Jack Thornberry got the very first time. He blew it up, was doing a little bit of honing, too much. Kept it in first, Rod knocked it, RIP'd it. We put it to the side, got a little comfortable with the KAs. When we felt like, we're a little bit more comfortable pulling it out, we pulled it out, rebuilt it. Now it's back into this, and we're making a real 180SX. Now we're gonna get started for you guys and go from there. So like I said, the build starts. So like in the previous videos, if you guys haven't watched, you guys need to go watch and like and subscribe to those videos. But we like to make sure that the motor starts and runs first before we make the body or the interior or anything else looks nice. So now we're just gonna throw up a little intercooler, throw a little bit of piping on her, make sure the idle air control valve's plugged up, make sure the powers are getting its right powers, make sure the grounds are getting the grounds.
Starter's hooked up, we're gonna have the fuel pump all wired up, and then obviously as far as for the ECU, making sure that those are getting its right powers and its grounds, and everything's getting its right signals.
And it should start right up.
So Terry will be in the cockpit, manning all the battery and powers, and I'll be outside as far as manualing the throttle and then getting that all dealt with. But like I said, we're just, what Terry was saying, we're just gonna have it kind of just rigged up, basic necessities for what the car needs to make sure that all our work done in the motor as far as on the bottom end. When I did rod knock it, all of my clearances are still good. It's not knocking or chattering. But the plan with this car is just kind of do a lot of stuff that we didn't have time on our cars to do because we wanted to make sure we had more seat time to drive rather than wrench time to work on. But with this old girl, since we already have two of our cars that we work on and drive, this is going to be kind of like the project car. So we'll be doing a lot of like metal work as far as on the metal like wide body kits for the rear, doing a lot of the sheet paneling for the door skins, the rear hatch area.
Kind of more like the show car quality, so we can show you guys what our full ability of working on a vehicle is. Because a lot of people just throw on little bolt-on stuffs like, fiberglass over fenders, fiberglass, exactly like I said, over fenders, little things here and there. So, I mean, we're gonna do everything and anything we can to make us look different and to make us stand out.
Obviously, we're gonna be doing the tube front end. This will probably be a version 5 of on our 240s. Every car, we always have something different, so this will just be a new design that we're doing. Making sure that all the wiring is obviously good and squared away, has its own little heat protective, nice wiring loom. Just doing things above and beyond extra work on the motor, just so when me and Terry go to do this stuff, you know what I mean? We know what we're going into, and obviously the motor in the car is gonna look way pimpin'. And then down the road, the 240s will get it, the old truck will get it, So it's just kind of like a little road that we're paving for ourselves. So.
And just so we didn't keep the engine bay, bare, nasty, ugly, we did just do our little simple color scheme, our business colors. On our left side, we got the brilliant silver. In the center, we have the blue, the brilliant blue.
True blue.
True blue.
And then
the pure gold. So I mean, those are the business colors. I mean, we really love these colors. They're really poppy. They stand out, and that's why we went with them.
But I'm absolutely a fanboy for these motors. I love the CAs. Terry's will have gotten on the board with the CAs. We're not huge fans of the SRs just as far as their overcomplication on their valve trains. With the CAs, they're kind of like a mini RB, a mini Godzilla, and they're pretty pleasant to my eye. So we're super ecstatic that we got her at least driving, at least running and up, as you guys will see in the next couple of videos. So stay tuned, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little 180SX build. Please comment below on what you guys want to see more of, or what we can go more in depth to, just to show you guys more on what we do and keep you guys in the wheel as far as what we do. Yep. Going off battery voltage, remember? There, guys, so that's just off the battery. We didn't even have the alternator hooked up. Yeah, it sounded like we were blipping, but like I said, it was running just off the battery. So that's 12 volt. It's not even 14 volts, but dude, the CA lives. She's not knocking no more. As you can see, we ghetto rigged the crap out of this right now. Got the fuel going. Well, Terry, what's your cockpit going on right here? What do you got a man over in here, huh?
30 different wires.
He's manualing the starter. We got the ECU powers, all that stuff going. But now we know she turns on. She doesn't rod knock, so all that time we spent fixing her up was well worth it. So now we'll just finish up, you know what I mean, as the weeks go on, the progression goes on. We'll get the turbo and MAFs all situated, all the intercooler piping, get the tube front end all situated, all the wiring all cleaned up, the interior. Like I said, it's just our little project for right now when we kind of got nothing to do, but now we know the motor runs and all the wiring is good to go. The 180SX lives. So we just wanted to get this car up and running, the motor up and running. This was the motor that I originally rod knocked in mine. This was this cylinder number 4. So we just got it up and running just to make sure everything was still good. There was no knocking, all the sensors are still good, and we can still get it up and running of this car, of what it is right now. So there'll be more Project 180SX videos in our YouTube. So subscribe and like and stay posted for more of this old girl.